What do we know about Gustavo Fring?
I was told that the man I would be meeting with is very careful.
You're Gustavo Fring.
I mean, he's got the money to finance this operation. Maybe he's got the connections too. Maybe, just maybe, he's our guy.
If you've seen Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, you know Gustavo Fring is more than meets the eye. But how did he, a man shrouded in mystery, build a multi-billion-dollar empire under the noses of law enforcement, his enemies, and even his allies? Little is known about Gus Fring's early life. He was born in Chile, a country rife with political turmoil in the 1970s. While details are scarce, it's widely speculated that Gus had ties to the Pinochet regime, which might explain his resources and the fear he inspired in others. Sometime during the 1980s, Gus fled Chile and in 1986 settled in Mexico. Here, he met Max Arciniega, a talented chemist and a man Gus considered both a business partner and a close friend. Together, they started a chain of restaurants named Los Pollos Harmanos, while also developing a high-class strain of methamphetamine. The two sought to start a partnership with Don Eladio Vlant, feeling he could provide them global access for their product. In 1989, Gus and Max pitched their high-quality meth to Don Eladio, hoping to establish themselves as key players. Don Eladio, however, was less than impressed by their pitch upon feeling that the pair had insulted him by secretly dealing under his nose. Despite the two's apologies, Eladio ordered Hector Salamanca to shoot Max in the head as punishment. This moment defined Gus Fring. Though devastated, he did not retaliate immediately. Instead, he internalized his pain, using it as fuel to meticulously plan his revenge. Over the next 2 decades, Gus would systematically weaken the cartel from the inside while building his own empire. By the early 1990s, Gus had relocated to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he founded Los Pollos Harmanos, a fast food chicken chain. Known for its exceptional customer service and delicious food, Los Pollos quickly became a local favorite. But behind the scenes, the restaurant served a dual purpose. It was the perfect cover for Gus's drug distribution network. Leveraging the restaurant supply chain, Gus ensured his product reached dealers across the Southwest without raising suspicion. During this time, Gus also forged a partnership with Madrigal Electromotive, a German conglomerate. Madrigal's financial backing and logistical resources allowed Gus to scale his operations rapidly. With their help, Gus expanded Los Pollos Harmanos into a regional chain, all while building a distribution network for meth in the shadows. Due to state-of-the-art distribution system, Gus eventually became a meth distributor for the cartel, with Juan Bolsa acting as his boss. While running his legitimate businesses, Gus never forgot his vow of revenge against the cartel. Over the years, he cultivated a reputation as a loyal partner to Don Eladio by systematically weakening Hector Salamanca.
¿Ves, Héctor? Dir que de ahora en adelante, todos me lo traen así.
This job, Gus carefully monitored Mike's vendetta against Hector Salamanca, using it to his advantage by assisting Mike in laundering his stolen $200,000 for his family.
I would not take money from your family.
Gus secured Mike's loyalty. Mike became Gus's trusted enforcer and advisor, critical to his empire's operations. With help of Mike, Gus disrupted Hector's operations by targeting his drug transportation routes, forcing him to rely on Gus's superior network.
This isn't personal. It is! It is personal!
When Hector suffered a stroke due to Nacho's sabotage, Gus ensured his survival but kept him in a weakened state, controlling his recovery through his own medical resources.
You are mine.
Gus further destabilized Hector's influence by turning Nacho into a double agent, creating internal strife within the Salamanca network. Gus contrasted his professionalism with Hector's volatile nature, earning the trust of Don Eladio and Juan Bolsa while consolidating drug transportation under his control. After weakening Hector Salamanca, Gus's ultimate goal was to sever his dependence on the cartel by producing meth independently, giving him complete control over distribution. For this, he hired Werner Ziegler, an expert engineer, to excavate and construct the lab beneath Industrial Laundry. This hidden location ensured the lab's secrecy while enabling large-scale production. The construction involved immense logistical challenges, including maintaining structural integrity and avoiding detection. Werner and his team worked under tight security, with Mike Ehrmantraut overseeing the operation. During construction of the Superlab, Lalo Salamanca started to suspect Gus' plan.
You would be crazy to go up against Eladio.
But after careful planning, Gus lured Lalo to the Superlab excavation site. Using his hidden gun and tactical expertise, Gus killed Lalo, securing his control over the operation and eliminating a major threat. The lab was designed to house state-of-the-art equipment for producing high-purity methamphetamine. Gus enlisted Gail Boetticher, a brilliant chemist, to provide technical input and later operate the lab. Together, they developed a formula for the purest meth on the market, giving Gus a significant edge over competitors. Between 2004 and 2009, Gustavo Fring firmly established his independent drug empire, distancing himself from the Mexican cartel. Leveraging his legitimate businesses, such as the Los Pollos Harmanos restaurant chain and the Lavanderia Brillante industrial laundry, Gus efficiently laundered money while expanding his operations. Through a strategic partnership with Madrigal Electromotive GmbH executives Peter Schuler and Lydia Rodarte Quayle, he streamlined his distribution network using their multinational infrastructure.
I will never forget what you did.
Gus's flagship restaurant in Albuquerque served as a key hub, supported by a distribution center and chicken farm. He assembled a loyal and skilled team, including Mike Ehrmantraut as his head of security and enforcers like Victor and Tyrus. Gus maintained a sterling public image by actively supporting Albuquerque's civic causes. He made large donations to the local DEA office's charitable events, befriended its special agent in charge, and served on the hospital board. This careful blending of cautious strategy, business acumen, and community involvement allowed Gus's drug operation to become one of the most successful in U.S. history. In 2008, Gus's empire reached its zenith. He partnered with Walter White, a former high school chemistry teacher whose blue meth was a game changer.
You're goddamn right.
Walter's product was unparalleled, and Gus saw an opportunity to dominate the market completely. But Walter White was no ordinary business partner. His ego, ambition, and unpredictability soon clashed with Gus's meticulous nature. Gus grew increasingly wary of Walter, especially after Walter's erratic behavior and his refusal to let go of Jesse Pinkman, a liability in Gus's eyes.
Now it's left to me to deal with him.
The tension culminated in a deadly chess match. Gus attempted to replace Walter with Gale, but Walter's preemptive strike, having Jesse kill Gale, forced Gus to keep Walter alive, at least temporarily. At that time, Gus was fighting war at two ends, one with Walter White and other with Cartel. During recent years, Gus is working independently from the cartel to manufacture and distribute his own meth, which leads to rising tensions. The cartel demands that Gus resume paying tribute and that he hand over his best chemists so that they can manufacture high-quality meth.
You're staying. You belong to the cartel now.
Years after Iladeo ordered the execution of Gus's partner, Gus finally seeks revenge under the guise of peace. Pretending to negotiate an alliance, Gus visits Mexico, bringing Jesse Pinkman and Mike Ehrmantraut as part of his plan. At a celebratory meeting, Gus presents a bottle of tequila, secretly poisoned, and shares it with Eladio and his inner circle. As the cartel leaders toast and drink, the toxin takes effect, killing Don Iladeo and his men in a chaotic scene. Gus, having anticipated the risk, vomits to minimize the poison's impact, while Mike and Jesse dispatch the remaining guards. The trio escapes the estate, leaving a decimated Cartel in their wake. After killing Cartel, he is now to deal with Walter White.
There you are.
Desperate to eliminate Walter, Gus underestimated the lengths Walter would go to protect himself.
I am offering you an opportunity for revenge.
Walter devised a plan to ally with Hector Salamanca, Gus's old enemy. Walter planted a bomb on Hector's wheelchair. When Gus visited Hector in the nursing home, seeking answers, the bomb detonated. The explosion killed both Hector and Gus. In his final moments, Gus walked out of the room, adjusted his tie, and collapsed, a testament to his unyielding composure. Gus Fring's empire was a masterpiece of strategy and discipline. He built a billion-dollar operation by mastering the art of duality, appearing as a respectable businessman while ruling a criminal empire with precision. But in the end, even the most calculated plans can be undone by human ambition and emotion. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Gus Fring's rise and fall. If you enjoyed this in-depth breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What lessons can we learn from Gus's story? Let us know. Until next time, stay curious.